Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm White Willow Tarot, and today we're going to be doing a reading on what 2026 could look like, what the new year could look like, and what it's going to bring in for you. So we do have 3 piles today, and I have already chosen the cards. I will say each pile had a very distinct energy that I was picking up on, but I'll just break down the reading for you super quick. So First of all, we're going to be looking at what is a message or a lesson that you learned from 2025. Kind of what the final, I don't know, just things are. And then we're going to be doing actually some scrying today with the candles here, which I'm really excited about because on every New Year's, well, for the last 2 New Year's Eves, I've done some scrying for the year ahead, just with some candles, and I really enjoy it. I think it's super fun. So we're gonna be doing that for you guys today. And then we're gonna look at the tarot cards, and they are gonna be telling kind of what's going on throughout the months. It's not gonna be super detailed, but I'm gonna kind of break down the seasons, the months, stuff like that. And then at the end, we are gonna look at a resolution card, or just really a theme to focus on, or a theme that's gonna be prevalent to your 2026. So I have 3 piles, like I said. Pile 1 has the orange candle here, and this rock, this gem, this stone, to be honest with you, I don't know what it is, but it's very pretty. That's for pile 1. Pile 2, I think this is either sunstone or citrine. There you go. Also very pretty. Pile 2, and then the blue candle. And then for pile 3 is the pink candle and the blue lace agate. I do know which stone this is. Blue lace agate. Okay. So take all the time that you need to choose a pile. Maybe you're drawn to more than one pile, that's okay. Like I said, there's 3 very distinct energies, so you could have more than one message for you today. But yeah, I will meet you in your reading. Okay, hi everyone. So you chose pile 1, and this nice stone, again, no clue what it's called, but it's pink and it's very pretty. Or you also chose this orange candle, so I'm just gonna go ahead and light that and hope it doesn't drip wax all over my mom's very nice table, because she will be very upset if that happens. So pray for me, guys. This does not seem like a wise idea. Okay. Actually, first of all, I want to point out that while I was pulling your cards, I'm actually very nervous for this candle. I have to put something underneath of it just in case, because I don't want to get wax everywhere. Okay, we're gonna go with that. First of all, for this pile, oh my gosh, I feel like this is gonna, I'm scared. Okay. So yeah, for this pile, I felt your energy was, I'm starting to feel it again even. It's just very volatile. It's so, urgent, a little bit frantic even. And look, all your candles are flickering. I don't know if you can see it. This one's flickering, the purple one's flickering, even the white one is jumping around and dancing and stuff. And I feel oh my gosh, I don't know. Anyways, but something's happening, very transformative energy. Anyway, so let's see, first of all, what did you learn from 2025 and what are you taking kind of away from this year as you go into next year? So you have the 6 of Swords, which is definitely a almost transformative, but not quite. Like a journeying energy. You're moving on from something. Um, you're traveling to a new destination or something like that. And it could be a physical destination, but I feel like it's more of a journey of the soul. Um, straight away. Um, yeah, you must be like moving on from something, some kind of thing. And we'll get more like probably clarity on that in a bit. But let's do your scrying. Okay, so I have this bowl, and let's just see. For pile number 1, what do they have to look forward to in 2026? What's going to be going on for pile number 1 in 2026? That looks like a butterfly already. So very transformative. That's so funny. The first splash did, at least. What is going to be going on for pile number 1 in 2026? Lots of wax strips, so I'll just let it heat up again. And what do they really have to look forward to in 2026, please? Okay. Do we think we can see something from this? Maybe. So one of the drips looks like a heart. It did look like a heart to me. Okay, I'm just gonna put this back here. And then, so this was the one that looks like a butterfly. Just this part right here. Can you guys see that? It really, really looks like the wings of a butterfly. Oh, you can't see it. There you go. That's what I see, at least. Right, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Maybe something is holding back your transformation because there's a little, like, extra blob there. So I'm just gonna put this up here to the side. Yeah, definitely transformative energy. 100%. This one is reminding me of paper stars. Like, you know, the little folded up paper stars. I don't know if you can see the details, but these little tiny drips on the back, they just remind me of folded up paper stars. Like maybe you were doing some wishing. And then this is the one that kind of looked like a heart because it has the point down here. So it could be a transformation of the heart, the soul, journey of the soul, like I was saying. I know these kind of just look like blobs. You kind of have to be imaginative with it and creative with it. And again, like I saw the heart and then other little things attached to it. And this is actually looking like a little baby or like a little doll. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, you can't see it. A little baby or a little doll right there. And I'll just put that there as well. And then you do have some kind of, I see 5 collected here. Could be significant. We will see. Okay, these 2 fell apart. Do these look like anything? Let's see. This one looks like a little like creature. I think. It's not focusing. There we go. With the little head and then the little legs and the little tail. Kind of like a little dog or something. I don't know. Okay, this one really didn't want to be flipped over, so I'm gonna take it at this side. So yeah, that's what kind of we're looking at for, broke, sorry. For you, pile number 1. So the butterfly and the heart, I'm just gonna remove this now. Okay, now that my hands are nice and wet, let's get into your tarot. So, for the first 4 months of the year, January, February, March, and April, let's look at your tarot cards. So, oh, Ten of Swords. Yeah, hold on. Ten of Swords. This is a new beginning, kind of an ending, and he's watching the new sunrise kind of push away the darkness. So that is kind of transformative, like I was saying. Okay, the High Priestess. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, and the Chariot. Okay. So, I think you're already well on your way, well on your journey. The wheel, like, your current Wheel of Fortune is, like, turning as you're watching this reading. Like, the energy for 2026 is already, like, being, I don't know, like, pushed. It's starting in 2025 and it's pushing you into the energy of 2026, but it's already there. Like, if that makes any sense, if that makes any sense to you guys. So yeah, I feel like January even could feel a little bit like you are this kind of figure just watching, like you're not doing much. And then in February, interesting that February is the second month and the High Priestess is the second card. I like that. I like that a lot. You're starting to, well, just your intuition is coming through really strongly. And your emotions. Maybe you're spending a lot of time with that. And then that's kind of maybe what is the final turn of the Wheel of Fortune. It could be, maybe. Just reflecting on some lessons that you've learned. But then with the Chariot, that makes me think like this is really picking up speed at the end of, or the beginning of spring, I'm sorry. Things are kind of picking up. So let's just see what the rest of the cards. Oh, the Fairy, yes. I see this as the Spirit Guide card, so that being paired with intuition makes a lot of sense to me. Oh, and the Witch. Yeah, so your like spiritual energy, your psychic energy is going to be very powerful in the beginning of 2026. Especially paired with teamwork. So you could be working a lot with your spirit guides. I almost said spirit guardians. So maybe you have like guardian angels that you're working with strongly in this time, or they're really helping the Wheel of Fortune to turn and pick up speed. Well, it turns, so that's kind of the beginning of the year, what I think will be looking like for you. So let's get into kind of the spring and summer months, and that is May, June, July, and August. So you have the Page of Wands. You have, oh, the Tower. What did I tell you guys about transformative energies? And look, orange butterflies. And I said that the first drop of your orange candle looked like an orange butterfly. And actually, before I do this, I want to talk about this really quick, because orange is passion, it's fire, creativity, but transformation is very fiery because fire is just such a transformative energy. And it burns very fast. So that just encourages the Chariot, this fast energy that I'm hearing. And the Tower obviously is the card of big, usually quite big and drastic transformations. Like something is being broken down so something else can be built back up, and something better, something more for you, more like what you need is gonna be being built up from those almost ashes, I want to say, like a phoenix rising, you know? And it's interesting actually that we have these little acorns. Personally, I do feel like maybe something, maybe you get fired from your job, or there's like a lot of people are being laid off at your job, but you're still there, and somehow because of that, it is better for you. Well, maybe we'll see like more of that. Oh, and look, Juan's energy is fire, creativity, passion, everything I literally just said. Okay. You also have the Fool, which is a blank slate kind of energy, and just having faith that you're gonna get where you need to go. Each step is gonna be the right step. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Put that there. So Pentacles can talk about money, monetization, monetary. Is it monetary? Yeah, I think so. Gain and stuff. But there it looks like she's holding it and returning it, or not giving it away, but like giving. Because she looks very abundant, so she's like, I'm going to share this wealth, almost type of situation. Okay, so then let's just look at these before I get more into that. Genie of the Lamp. And the lamp. Okay. So definitely some wishes are, I feel like they're going to be granted. Maybe you're secretly wishing you get fired from your job. I'm not sure why I'm so focused on that right now. But also the little staff makes me think of wands as well. So, okay, yeah, with the lamp and the genie, let's think about that for a second. So obviously genies grant wishes, right? But the lamp is kind of a vessel for this genie. Yeah. Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on what I'm trying to say. So maybe these cards will help me. You'll know in the morning. Okay, so maybe I'm not meant to know, you're not meant to know quite exactly what this is gonna be, but in the right timing, the message will come out when you're meant to know it. And then we also have just be yourself during this time. And look, there's also the little white dove here. And there's also, I think that's a white dove. Let me look at that. Hold on. Let me grab it. Let's compare. Yeah, okay. I thought it was an owl at first, but it does look like a dove. They're both flying that way, which is also could be significant. Also have this one. Yeah, just really being yourself, trusting that the universe is going to catch you if you do feel like you're falling with the tower moment. You're going to be in a very creative state, I do feel like, in the spring and summer. I feel like you're just going to be enjoying yourself, to be honest with you. Maybe this is the energy that was coming in really quick that we saw with the chariot under here. Money could be coming to you really fast, possibly. And it's interesting because when I saw the Nine of Pentacles, I thought of the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. So I do feel like your wishes, your prayers, your thoughts, they're going to be answered. And I think maybe they'll even be divinely answered because we had the fairy and the witch, and those are both magical cards. And I do personally interpret this fairy as the spirit guides or the universe. So maybe the universe is the vessel that your wishes are going to be granted from, and then your spirit guides live inside of the universe. That's actually so cute. I like that a lot. Okay. That's really all I'm getting. Like this card kind of said, I think maybe you could get some more answers, and you will receive those answers when the time is right. So Now, finally, let's look at the September, October, November, and December months. And those are the kind of fall and winter months, the final period of 2026. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords, another 9. Okay. We have the Seven of Wands. You're gonna be super focused on something. Oh, the Tower again. Oh my gosh. Wow, a lot is kind of going on for you guys. And then we have the Page of Swords, another page. So I feel like communication could be prevalent during this time. Maybe this tower moment isn't a second one. This could just be it carrying over from the other spring and summer seasons. Or it could be kind of summer, fall era. Could be very transformative, could kind of rocking the boat a little bit, but you're so focused on one thing that you don't necessarily even worry about all these other little figures. To me, it looks like they are. Oh my gosh, I almost burned my card. To me, it looks like they're kind of waving. They're like, get out of here. They're like rioting, right? But I know in the guidebook for this deck, it does say that they're all competing amongst each other to try and get you to choose their telescope because they each think their ideas or their telescopes are best. But you're like, no, I like this one. I'm gonna use this one because, yeah, that's what you like, that's what you know it works. So you're gonna do that. Yeah, let's take a look at the Nine of Swords really quick. There could be a little bit of troubling energy here. I'm just trying to remember the exact meaning of the Nine of Swords. There could be maybe some intrusive thoughts. I don't know why that came to my mind. You could struggle with some intrusive thoughts. And that you might find it kind of taking over your mind a little bit, or at least trying to. But with the Page of Swords, yes, with the Page of Swords, I feel like you can kind of fight them off, battle them off. You can recognize them for like the intrusive thoughts that they are and be like, well, no, actually, of course I'm not going to do that. Of course that's not going to happen with the shield. And then you just, yeah, because swords are about intelligence and thoughts and the mind. You can just fend off those negative thoughts pretty easily. I mean, it's never like super easy to battle with any negative thoughts, but you handle it very well, I would say. And we have the Frog Prince coming up for the winter months. Happy thoughts. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was just talking about you can battle the negative thoughts, and I think that they're saying, oh my gosh, I love when I'm right, when I'm right about things. Sometimes I doubt myself. But yeah, just thinking happy thoughts, trusting that if you do get like negative, intrusive thoughts, intrusive thoughts, you can recognize that that's not you. Yeah, okay, yeah, with just be yourself, I feel like you recognize, like, this is not myself. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna hold this sword and kind of like, I don't know, I stab at thee. I don't know why that came through. That's interesting. And then definitely yes. So I'm not sure what this means just yet. So yeah. Okay, the Frog Prince. Let's just take a second to think about what this could mean. So obviously in the story of the Frog Prince, the prince is kind of cursed for whatever reason. I'm sure the reason varies. And so he gets turned into a frog, and the princess the frog helps this princess because she dropped her ball down a well. Um, and he goes and gets it for her, and she's like, "Thank you. How can I repay you?" kind of thing. And he's like, "Oh, just let me uh, eat dinner with you and sleep in your bed." I think. Um, I don't know why I want to feel like I need to say maybe this is about letting someone into your bed. That sounds very strange, but I don't think it's like in a way of like doing the devil's tango with someone. I feel like it's just you're allowed to feel comfortable with someone. Yeah, I feel like you're allowed to feel comfortable with somebody. Or this could also mean that somebody who comes across as a frog in some kind of way doesn't mean that that's who they really are. Or this is like a first impression. Something like that, I would say. Um, yeah, something like that, I guess. And that's for the final 4 months of 2026. So now to close out the reading, I do have some more cards here. And yeah, like I said, this is going to be the resolution cards, kind of what you're going into 2026 expecting, what you can expect from the new year, and then just anything else that Spirit wanted to add for you guys. So first we have staff and stability. Okay, that's interesting because you have two tower cards, which is kind of the opposite of stability. So that could be saying that even throughout these kind of changing, uncertain times, there's going to be something about your life that is stable. And maybe this is something as simple as just your thoughts. Um, that could be. Or the tower is going to bring you a lot of stability once you get through all of that. Could be. Oh, and you also have to be honest, guys, I don't know how to say this. Halloween, pagan Halloween, with death. And personally, I feel like death and the tower go hand in hand. But I'm being drawn to these pumpkins because, of course, jack-o'-lanterns were created to ward away spirits. So very protective. There's a protective energy here. That's what I do feel. And of course, Halloween night, October 31st, is the night slash day, just time in general, that the veil between the spiritual world and the material world is the thinnest. So there's a lot of energy around that. It's funny, you also have orange candle, which is Halloween is usually orange and black, right? It's funny. Okay, oh, happy birthday. Okay, maybe your birthday this year is gonna be like a very important birthday, and you're just gonna have a lot of fun. I think it's gonna be a. I. Okay, well, I was gonna say that I think it's gonna be. I think it is gonna be a good birthday, actually. Maybe it's gonna be different from what you normally do. Like, if you normally stay home and do nothing, then this year you're gonna feel the need to go out and celebrate with friends or family or whatever you want. And also in reverse, if you normally party but you're like, this year I just want to be with myself, I want to have maybe a couple of friends over and just keep it low key, and that's what's going to make you happiest. Yeah, the dog. Okay, so this is right away saying to me loyalty. And treehouse. Okay, I do. Oh. You guys know what's so interesting? The treehouse looks like this to me. That looks like a treehouse to me. For whatever reason. It could be also that you're protecting your. I want to say solitude, protecting your peace kind of vibes with the treehouse. And of course, the dog being loyalty, it can also be protection. Like a guard dog kind of situation. You're going to be very focused maybe on your home. Maybe you're going to be doing some home renovations. Maybe you're trying to bring some more natural environments into your home. That could be something. But as the year as a whole, yeah, I think you're just gonna be protected. And maybe this whole year is gonna feel like there's a lot of celebrations for you in 2026. But I think that's all I see. So thank you so much for listening, watching, lending me your energy, letting me read your cards, all of that stuff. I hope you have like the best, the greatest new year. And I guess that's really it. Yeah, thanks. I'll see you hopefully in the next reading. Hello, pile number 2. I am the most excited for your reading actually today. When I was pulling out all your cards, something is ready to happen for you. Yeah, you got like the cards are like coming out right away. They're ready. You're ready to move on is what I'm feeling straight away. But yeah, you chose this one. Whoops, this is not supposed to be here. Sorry. You chose this yellow citrine slash sunstone. I'm not sure, but that's okay. Or this blue candle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and light that, and then we'll get into your reading. Please do not go crazy. Okay. Okay, you can see it now. Okay, so yeah, I'm so excited. The last also pile 1. Oh my gosh, this energy feels very different. But yeah, so let's get started with what you learned from. Oh my gosh, now I can't speak. What did you learn from 2025, and what messages that you're kind of walking away with in this new year? So you have the Lovers, okay, and you have the Three of Wands. So with the Lovers, I mean, obviously straight away I'm going to like maybe a new relationship, or you had a difficult relationship actually, and you're ready to leave that behind. I'm feeling that more. And you're happy right now just to be by yourself and learn about yourself and about who you are, actually. And you can see the boats. You know one of the boats will come and get you. One of these people is going to come and get you, but for now you're content to just kind of be with yourself is the vibe that I'm getting. So that's so interesting. That's so cool. Okay, I'm going to put those there. And they're going to stay there. Okay, let's get into your scrying, and we're going to try to find out what you have to look forward to in 2026. So with this, I will just say that we kind of do need a little bit of imagination. Because they're pretty abstract. What came out in pile number 1 is pretty abstract, but we'll see what happens for you, pile number 2. So what does pile number 2 have to look forward to in 2026? Let the wax melt. Maybe I'll tilt it like this. Okay, I saw a rose. And that is a very obvious heart. You might just be getting drips now. Maybe not. Okay, is there anything else that needs to come out for pile number 2? What they can expect from 2026? I think we're just getting drips now. Okay, thank you. Please do not drip on the table. Please won't. I'll be in a lot of trouble. Okay, just maybe do that. We'll just put you right there. Okay, so I want to point out that they made a really big heart. Right? And it was they all dripped in the same spot for this, which didn't happen for pile number 1. So this is going to be very, I almost want to say romance-centered, but it's very heart-centered, and that doesn't necessarily have to be romance. That can be, again, focusing on yourself and learning self-love and stuff like that. I did see a massage gun. Where did I see that? I think it was with this one. Yeah. Okay, come here. Okay, well, it kind of fell off. But this part of the thing made me think of a massage gun. So that does also tell me about self-love. Kind of broke. But that's okay. It's meant to be a massage gun. Okay, guys. Oh my gosh, look. And this could even be like the letter U. It could be like, love you. I do feel. It could be for some of you. If you are taking a new your relationship with you from 2025 into 2026, that could be a message from your person. And then for others of you, I do feel like it's self-love. Okay, that's really sweet. Let's get into your tarot now and see what the first 4 months of the year have in store for you. So January, February, March, and April. We have Strength. We have the Six of Cups, which is a really sweet card. We have the Hermit. Oh, I remember getting these cards for you now. Yeah, they all came out. Oh, and the Two of Cups. This is so nice. But yeah, I remember pulling your cards now. They were ready. They were like, absolutely. So, okay. If in 2025, no, I think I know what's going on. So, in 2025, you had a kind of a rough relationship, a rough breakup, whatever, and you decided, okay, I'm gonna be happy alone, I'm gonna love myself, all of that stuff. And you spent a lot of time by yourself. You kind of were in hermit mode a little bit. And now you're ready to come out. And also interesting because he's in the snow, right? So when winter ends, I do feel like you're emerging kind of from a hibernation almost. Oh my gosh, you know what's really interesting? The Two of Cups here, obviously is the Lover's card, the True Love card in tarot. But look at the little red winged creature. This is making a lot of sense to me. So that really looks like to me this depiction of the angel on the Lover's card. So what that is saying to me is that you had to go through this rough breakup and you had to go and spend some time alone because you had lessons to learn before the universe was ready to give you the person you're meant to be with and the true love. And there's no it's not like an evil temptation kind of thing, because on this one, obviously like the Garden of Eden, the snake was trying to tempt Eve into eating the apple or whatever. There's no apple on here. So there's no like evil, malevolent things going on. These little twisting things kind of remind me of the snakes, but like harmonious. Oh, that's also how snakes mate, by the way. They get all twisted up together. So yeah, that's just like the true love card, I do feel like. And this is kind of the spring area, this is kind of the winter area, so you're coming out of winter into this. It doesn't necessarily have to be, this is January, this is February, this is March, this is April. It could be, whatever. You have a gentle strength. And I think you found that from spending so much time alone. Um, and this person could be different. Please don't drip wax on my table. I'm gonna be in so much trouble if that happens. Just maybe I'm gonna stand him up so that doesn't happen. Okay. Sorry. So the Six of Cups is, it's just so sweet, right? Look, he's like giving the little flower to the girl, and there's the guard in the background. So this is going to be a safe new relationship for you. And then you have the wizard here. That's actually very much reminding me of the hermit a lot. And this wizard is holding like a little pouch. And this wizard hermit is holding the little lantern. The lantern kind of guides, and then the pouch, I think that's what you're keeping close to you. There's something, I can't see what it is. So there's a secret, but he looks like wise, like he's having a little smile, like he knows something that everyone else doesn't, and I feel like that might be you. I want to put that little guy up there. And then there's also forgiveness, which absolutely I do think that if you forgive this past hurt, that is very important, because you can't fully love somebody else if you're still holding on to someone from your past or something from your past. And I mean, I always do like to say, like, forgiveness is not necessarily like not necessarily necessary, because some things are too much to forgive, but at the very least you need to accept what happened and then move on, and just find peace with that. So just finding peace with your past, I think, is the main message. Okay, so now let's move on to the spring and summer months, which are May, June, July, and August. Let's see what you have. Okay, so you have the Six of Wands, which is success. The Queen of Swords. Justice. I feel like this is saying possibly that you feel either justice has been served and you're not worried about what happened in your past anymore. That's actually kind of what I'm getting. Justice has been in some way served, or it's just been balanced out somehow and you're not concerned about what happened. And this could even be balancing within yourself, because there's two sides to her, and of course those are equal now. Okay. Oh, and then you have the High Priestess. Very nice. Okay, I'm gonna pull these before I try to read. Okay, you have the Queen, which also goes with the Queen of Swords. That's so funny, because you had the Hermit and the Wizard, and I have the Queen and the Queen. Oh, and then you have Kiss Me, Princess. That's sweet. Wait, can you see that? Not really. Okay. I'll move them up here. Hopefully you can see that better. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna look at these cards as well, because I'm not necessarily certain 100%. Walk away. Yep. Yes. Okay, you're gonna be walking away. Finding peace, walking away, balancing things out, really reflecting on things. And this is gonna really open your eyes, or even your third eye. And then debt paid off. The old weight and habit of debt is lifted from you in your life. And look at how big her wings are. So she's moving on. She's transforming even maybe a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see that if I put it right there. This, I don't necessarily feel is like a romantic sense. Like maybe you're gonna have a lot of kind of frogs hopping around you that you don't necessarily want to be dealing with. Because maybe you're still happy with yourself, you're still working on yourself. Um, like you're the queen, you don't need no king, you know what I'm saying? um, and they're kind of bothering you. You're like, they want your attention. They're like, kiss me, kiss me. I'm a prince. If you kiss me, I'll turn into a prince. Um, that kind of energy. And you're like, no. No. Interesting that her, and her all have her eyes closed. So maybe you're not even entertaining any new relationships right now. You're just happy to be with yourself, be successful, focus on your life, and just loving yourself, which is really powerful. I actually almost feel like I wanted to cry right then for a second. I feel like this is very powerful for you. And I'm really proud of you. I feel like I need to say that. I'm very proud of you. For walking away. And you should be proud of yourself for this too. Yeah, a lot of reflecting, a lot of thinking. But successful. Like, yeah, this is really nice. So for the last months, actually, was really interesting because I wanted to take 4 cards from each deck, and 4 cards fell out while I was like in a group while I was shuffling them, and then another 4 fell out in another separate group, and so I took both groups because I wanted to like get you the message that you need to hear. So you have a lot of cards. I think a lot is going to be happening possibly in the fall and winter seasons of 2026, and this is why I'm so excited to find out like what is going on. So let's do this one first. It's possible, let me just say, that these 4 are for fall, autumn, and then the other 4 cards are for the winter, but we'll just see. So we have the King of Swords. Okay, yeah, so in the summer, kind of, you're gonna be pondering, reflecting, and then by the time that autumn comes, you're gonna be like, yeah, my work here is done. I'm the master of my thoughts. I'm the master of myself. That kind of energy is gonna be coming through. Hi, Rudy. My dog just came in. He's standing on all my cards on my bed. Hi, Rudy. Hey, Rudy. Oh, you bonked your head. Stop, please. So interesting you have the 5 of Pentacles. Hi, Rue. Because I think this is also walking away. Like, if you see this ship, it's completely wrecked. It's completely done. It's completely finished. It's been used, and you can't fix it. So you need to walk away. And you're realizing that, and you're like, yeah, this is done. Oh, wow, you have the King of Pentacles as well. Another king! That's so interesting. He's also like kind of the master of grounding himself, very grounded energy. Like you're not just walking away because you're like, I can't fix it. I'm just gonna buy like a new one, right? It's not like that. It's like, okay, I've like exhausted every option. I've tried everything. I know this is, I can't put my energy into this anymore, and you're done. You're walking away. Yes, the 10 of Swords. This is like the ending of something. The ending right before a new beginning. Yeah. That's so interesting. Hey, baby. Okay. So, I really do feel like this is going to be the autumn or like just a very eventful time in the autumn or the winter. Okay, so we have the 3 of Wands. And the 3 of Wands right here also. This to me is saying maybe you're ready to branch out and start looking in other directions because you've like sorted everything out. You're like, okay, maybe I'm ready to go back in the scene or something like that. So you have the 8 of Wands. Interesting because the 10 of Swords usually depicts like the sun coming up in the background, and here we have the sun coming up and I see this seagull kind of like rising. And I do get introspection with this because all the telescopes are kind of looking back. We have the Magician. I'm sorry if you can hear the vacuum going in the background. And then you have the Seven of Swords. So something, I'm gonna look at these before I say anything because I'm not entirely sure. So we have the giant and his treasure, his goose lays golden eggs. So it's on the tip of my tongue what I want to say. The tower. I'm not certain if this is like a tower card situation or this is just you rising above the rest because like I said, I'm pretty sure I like literally just said he's rising up or rising above or something. Oh my gosh, wow. And you have the treasure to go with the goose lays golden eggs. Okay. I'm sorry, the vacuum is like really distracting me right now from the reading. Okay, I'm gonna try and lock in. So, oh my gosh, I can't even think. I'm really sorry. The giant and his treasure, the goose lays golden eggs. So the giant has this goose, and he protects this goose, he nourishes this goose, and in return, she lays him all this treasure, all these golden eggs, something very valuable to him. Like, that's his favorite breakfast, I'm pretty sure. And I feel like this is about yourself. Like, if you nourish yourself, you're gonna be, it's just, if you take care of yourself, you're gonna be able to take care of yourself. If you know what I mean, right? Like, if you're taking care of your health, obviously that's good for you and it's good for your body, and if health is wealth actually, which is funny. Okay, go. But it'll just feel so rewarding to take care of yourself. And then we have autumn. In the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. And look, the treasure is abundance. And what did I say? Lots of stuff is going to be happening in the fall. That is so cool. Okay, I'm going to put that there. And so yeah, now let's close out your reading just by looking at these two cards. And they are kind of like, I would say like resolution cards, theme, a running theme for 2026. What you can go into this new year expecting. So we have spring. What did we say about the spring? What did we say that was going to happen? Oh, and look, the tower. It really looks like this because it's literally called the Watchtower of the East. What did we say was going to happen in the spring? Let me double check. Oh, we had the Two of Cups. So it's something very like emotional well-being, and definitely it could be a new romantic relationship that would be coming in. And spring is of course a time of rebirth, so that could be, things are starting to feel alive again. Oh, and then we have recess, which is I mean, it's just a fun time. It's just a good time. I think you're gonna have fun this year. You're gonna be taking kind of some breaks to just play and just feel free. And maybe if you are meeting a new person, when you are ready, they could kind of be like playing with you. Like, not in a way that like they're gonna mess you around, but like they're just gonna be having fun with you is what I mean to say. But overall, yeah, no, that seems like a pretty nice, stable, solid, a lot of reflections, but overall a pretty good year. So I'm so happy for you that you heard this reading. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and whatever, and I hope that I will see you guys in a future reading. Hello, pile 3. So you chose the blue lace agate, I know what it's called, or the pink candle. So I'm gonna go ahead and light this and start your reading. Okay. So, right away, I got like this while I was picking your cards, and pulling your cards. I got like it was such a sweet energy. I feel like it's you. I feel like you guys are just so gentle, so sweet. I really like your energy, actually. But yeah, no, it was just really lovely. So let's start your reading by looking at what did you learn from 2025 and what are you kind of taking away from this year as you go into the new year? Oh, the Seven of Swords. That's interesting. That just came out for pile 2, which is funny. So, and it's been coming out a lot actually in my daily readings that I do for people. Over on Tumblr, so this might be your pile if you're coming from Tumblr. I do get the sense that it's not necessarily in the way that you're being sneaky or deceptive. Maybe somebody is being sneaky and deceptive towards you. Or this could be you like picking up these things that you need and just walking away, like you're carrying on without certain energies, certain situations, certain people. Like you're just done, you don't need to give them a reason, you're just leaving. You don't want to talk to them anymore. So that's I don't know, that's what I'm picking up on so far. So yeah, let's get into your scrying. We're gonna be looking at things that you have to look forwards to in 2026, and I will just mention that we might need a little bit of imagination to interpret this, but you know what? It's okay. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Okay, so let's just see. What does pile number 3 have to look forward to in 2026? What is pile 3 have to look forward to in 2026? Stability for sure. Center. All the drips are going in like the same spot. For the other piles, they did not do that. So I'm gonna move around maybe over here. Let's see if anything else comes out. What does pile number 3 have to be excited about and look forward to in 2026? Saw an elephant face there. Just a lot of focus and stability, I would say. I mean, yeah, the water's not even moving for the other groups. It was kind of moving like crazy all over the place. I'll just put this here. Please don't get wax on my table. Please don't get wax on my table. Please don't. Okay. So let's pull these out and see. Whoops, that was still that was still warm. Okay. It almost looks like a turtle to me. And of course, turtles have very protective shells. It could be, like I said, your energy was very sweet and soft, so maybe you have a very protective outer shell, but like inside you're just like the sweetest person ever. I don't know. Maybe you're coming out of your shell this year as well. Yeah, it just looks like a little turtle to me. Have that here. And then, what can we see from this? Okay, well, to be honest, I'm not sure if you can see in like the shadows and everything. I can't, like, there's a, I don't know how to like describe it, but it's like it's kind of like a V and then a line, so it reminds me of kind of like like hips, like the hip area specifically on a woman. Oh, fertility. It could be that. Okay, so here. This is definitely not for all of you, but with fertility, it could be that you're getting pregnant or somebody around you is, or it just could be like, for like the broader audience, it could be like new projects, the birth of something new, an idea, a job, a relationship, a child, literally anything. So yeah, let's get into the tarot cards for the first 4 months, which is January, February, and March and April. So let's see what we have. The King of Cups. Oh, the Ten of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups. Oh my gosh, you guys. Literally good energy. And the Ace of Pentacles. This is so sweet. Like I said, I was feeling like just super nice energy. Okay, so let's look at these. So obviously the Nine of Cups is the, right away, the wish fulfillment card. It's just happiness. Like, you're not wanting. You're very happy with what you have. And the Ten of Pentacles is also a family card. I want to say stability as well. Financially successful. The King of Cups is emotionally successful. Because I said in the beginning, like maybe you're walking away from something. If you're walking away from your family or like specific people in your family, I feel like either you're gonna have like a found family type of thing, or other family members are gonna take you in and you're not just like completely ostracized from anyone in your tree, right? And then the Ace of Pentacles is, I'm feeling it's good luck. You're just gonna have a lot of good luck. This is really great. I'm really happy for you guys. New opportunities as well. Like where this maybe garden wall hedge type of opening maybe wasn't there before. Something is opening up for you now. And that's kind of in the spring. You also have the Princess. Hopefully you can see that. I'll just move it up here. The Greatest Treasure. Okay, yeah, you're gonna be really happy with what you have, and I do feel like you're gonna be abundant as well. And the Little Boy. I just want to, this, interesting. If you guys felt drawn to another pile, there might be something there for you, because in every single reading, there's elements that are just kind of like following through with each pile. That's so interesting. Okay. Oh my gosh, yeah, you have love. I think you're just gonna be feeling very loved. This might be a new relationship, or you're just gonna be loving the life that you're living, is more what I'm feeling. Simplicity, okay. So you're gonna love the small things. You're gonna be so happy. You're just, I don't know, you're just really happy with what you have. And maybe even like what you've created, what you've walked into, even. Oh my gosh. I just said creative. I just said what you've created, and look, it's the card is creative. So maybe you are the one like um creating all of this for yourself. It's just really beautiful. Oh my gosh. Dude, I love when I get things right. I just love knowing I get things right. I feel like there's nothing more to say. You're just gonna be in a really good and happy place. I don't get like any negative anything at all. And if somebody is pregnant, it could be a little boy. But yeah, you're gonna feel like a princess. And her little book actually says poetry. I've never noticed that before. So that's super sweet. You could be doing poetry about your emotions. Um, just good times. It's just really good and happy times. Okay, so moving on to the next 4 months, kind of the middle of the year, May, June, July, August. So coming out of spring and going into summer. Let's see what you have. Okay, you have death and rebirth, the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Swords. Oh, and the Two of Cups. If you are feeling drawn to another pile as well, the Two of Cups just came out for them as well. Almost in this exact location. I think it was like, it was definitely this fourth pile. It might have been the first card in the fourth, like, spot. That's so interesting. That's so interesting. Okay. So, I feel like this is not different from the first energy of happiness and love and satisfaction. Um, you're moving forward with that same energy. So that energy is transforming, but at the very core of what it is, it's still the same. It's still very passionate, very creative. Maybe something about the poetry, I feel like. You're just very in your mind. Your mind is open, all the spirals. You're maybe connecting to a little bit of intuition. And if you're in a relationship or if you're going to be in a relationship, both of you are just so filled with love and it fills the other one's cup up and it's just, oh my gosh, it's so nice. And if you're not in a relationship, it's just the same thing. Like people around you are filling up your cup and you do the same for other people. You're not in this like situation you don't want to be in and you feel like you need to leave. You're feeling like you're right where you need to be, I think. That's so nice. Oh look, and you have Jack and Jill, maybe twins. I don't know. Or you can just be making kind of a friend. Are Jack and Jill friends or are they siblings? I always thought they were siblings. I don't know. I'm not sure. The Enchanted Forest. And you have Merlin's Tower. Interesting, because with Merlin's Tower, I'm kind of feeling like, look at all these spiral staircases, and I would imagine you have to go up a lot of staircases to get to the top of Merlin's Tower. So you know what? This transformation could be inner, in your mind. You're kind of unlocking something within your mind. Or you're really going into the depths of your thoughts, and especially with poetry, underneath here, her little poetry book, I feel like that's significant. You know what? This could be kindred spirits, right? Because we have Jack and Jill, and then we have these two hands. You could be making a very close friendship with somebody. You're connecting with your siblings. It also could feel a little bit magical for this connection with the Enchanted Forest. Or your life just feels like so good that it feels magical. That's, I think. Huh, okay. Oh wow, you got four. You got four cards for the spring and summer, so you are gifted. This could be with your creative passions. You know what? Maybe it's not even poetry. Maybe it's just like any kind of creative creative venture that you're going at, you're doing. um, you're very gifted and you're very talented at something. Oh yes, and intelligent here. Um, absolutely, Ace of Swords is all about intelligence, the mind, the thoughts, and you're really tapping into that, I think, in this season. And it says, relax, everything is okay. Like, I don't think you're gonna have very many troubles this year. So far, I've seen like 0 struggles, 0 troubles. Just good. So you have hello and goodbye. That actually has come out for me quite a few times, paired with the Seven of Swords. So I think you're definitely leaving stuff behind in 2025 and coming into something completely new in 2026. And that again reminds me of this little turtle that we see. I was literally about to say something. Right, you're coming out of your shell because now you feel comfortable enough to do so, and you feel supported enough to do so, especially. That's important. You feel supported enough to do so. And then you have Imagine. So what would you see, feel, think, and hear if your wish came true? Gotcha. So this is manifestation, I feel like. Right now, you can manifest this life just literally by thinking about it and dreaming about it, because your thoughts hold a lot of power and they are going to come true. There's a hair. Get up in there. Okay. So yeah, you can even start manifesting right now, or even you've been manifesting this. But it's going to feel like so divine when you do get it. And interesting, she has rays of light coming from her head, and so does the Death and Rebirth card. Just good times, you guys. Just good times. Okay. So now for the final months of 2026, let's see what's going to happen. So September, October, November, December, going into the autumn and winter seasons. We have Judgment. We have, oh, the Sun. The Six of Cups. Yeah, I'm going to say something. And the Queen of Wands. Okay, so, oh my gosh. These 3 cards are really speaking to me. So, with this Judgment card, you can see how this guy is the only one in color on this card. Everyone else is kind of like, get off the ship, get out of here, scram. It's not a healthy environment, I feel like, for you. Like, you're not fitting in, they're not seeing you, they're not supporting you. Like I was just saying, you need to feel supported and able to come out of your shell. And he has a little bond, so, and you know, the stuff over his eyes, the blindfolds. So I feel like he doesn't feel good and he doesn't feel like he can be himself. So he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna fight you guys. It's time for me to go. And so he jumps into the water and then he swims over to this island in the sun, and it's like radiating this light, and he can just follow that. And it'll guide him to this stable shore. And yeah, that's just what I see. And then with the Six of Cups, there's these 2 little kids, and there's these 2 little kids. So again, possibly there could be children. Maybe, okay, it might not even be your kids. Like, if you're dating somebody, they could have 2 kids. They could have twins. I'm not sure if that's entirely correct for like a lot of you though. So usually people I think are fighting in the Six of Cups, but this is, because they're children, it makes me think they're like play fighting. There's kind of a playfulish energy similar to the Page of Cups. Um, yeah. And the Queen of Wands. Look, she's flourishing actually. She's like beautiful. She looks happy. She has all these little sunflowers, which also makes me think of the sun. Whoops. I'm so sorry. Because of course, the traditional tarot does have sunflowers in the background. Oh, and it looks like her dress is made of sunflowers too. So I think once you jump off this boat, away from all this like toxic energy, and you swim to this land, you're gonna really find yourself. And I mean, it it seems like early in the year that you already found yourself, or you were just enjoying yourself. Maybe it was that you were just enjoying yourself, and you needed that time, and that was what helped you to find yourself. I could see that. Okay, so we have the giant's castle, and look at the light beams radiating out from it. It reminds me of this lighthouse. Oh my gosh, you have the giant again with Jack and the Beanstalk. And there's the little boy again. And the little girl and the little boy are back with Hansel or Gretel. Interesting that it's like super like Hansel or Gretel. Not Hansel and, it's or. So I could have been wrong about the twins thing. Like I said, I wasn't really confident with that. But this, youthful energy, this playful energy, it's coming up. It's coming up a lot. And you also have the giant twice. And the giant is shaking his fist, and these guys are also kind of shaking their fist at you. So just from here, maybe somebody doesn't like that you're kind of, to them it seems like you're acting childish, but then somebody else comes in and they're like, no, actually this is fine. Like um, it's okay. Let's go, away from like, oh, maybe the responsibilities even, um, of life, and just head into the enchanted forest and just be in this kind of magical place together and just not taking things so seriously. And then you have change. So the changes that you're going through are positive for the autumn and winter months. And yeah, there is change. Like I said, you're maybe removing yourself from certain situations and putting yourself into better ones. And that to me is a change for the better. So let's finish out your reading by looking at a resolution card, or just like an overall theme that you're going into 2026 expecting. So we have spell and manifestation. Girl, what did I say? What did I say about the manifestation card over here, the Ace of Swords? Whoops. Yeah, you can manifest this life. I think you're going to be a very powerful manifester. Whatever you want, you're going to be able to make for yourself, create for yourself, get for yourself. Good for you. Good for you. Okay, and then we also have ice cream cake. So maybe you do things a little bit unconventionally. But you like that and it works for you. Okay, we have the mouse. Okay, and we have the ball. So with the mouse, I feel like this is kind of your energy. Like maybe before people take advantage of you because they think that you're timid and you're quiet, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with being timid and quiet. Like I said, you have a very sweet energy, and that is kind of, it's coming through. It's okay if you're quiet because silence can be just as powerful as spoken words. you don't have to do anything grand to manifest it, this. You're just naturally like, your everyday thoughts are just kind of a lighthouse. They're helping guide what you want to you. Um, and yeah, maybe you're gonna make other little mouse friends. I don't know. And then the ball. The ball is kind of again giving me that childish, not in a bad way, like not in a negative sense, but that playful energy that maybe you're in a position where a lot of people are like, this is not the space for that, and you're just not feeling, they're like, you need to grow up, you need to be mature. And you're like, well, no, I just want to do my own thing and like have a good time. And so I think you're gonna find an environment where you're welcomed to do that. I just feel like, oh wow, I'm feeling really, really excited actually. I feel like this is gonna be a really great year for you guys. I felt like super excited, super loved, super accepted right then. Um, but yeah, that's what I see for you in 2026. I can't say this enough, but I'm so happy. This is like wonderful energy for you. So thank you so much for watching. Wishing you all the best. Although I'm sure you don't need my wishes. Like you're already good. But yeah, wishing you all the best. And thanks so much for watching. I hope that you'll maybe catch another reading sometime.